Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Hattie Gwilt, head of our non-profit programme.
And my name is Craig Hayes, head of our Critical National Infrastructure team. And we're absolutely delighted to be your hosts for the closing plenary this afternoon.
Yes, and reflecting back, what a day it's been. We've had some wonderful highlights from the opening plenary, sessions such as Women Plus in GIS running, and plenty of fun exchanges on social media too. Now, as we move through the closing plenary, we're going to start with the Customer Success Awards. We're then going to move on to a technical showcase, and then we're going to wrap up with a keynote presentation that I know a lot of us are excited about, with Esri's cartographers, John Nelson and Ken Field.
So we start with my favourite part of the annual conference, the Customer Success Awards, where we celebrate the fantastic achievements of many organisations. And this year has been no different. We've been really pleased with the number of submissions that we've received, over 70 from various organisations. And if you've taken the time to nominate your work, we would really like to thank you. For myself and the team, it's been an absolute privilege to review every single nomination which has led us to our shortlist. Now, just as a reminder, we have 3 separate categories. We have Map Creator, Analytical Insights, and Collaborative Working. So let's make a start with our first category, Map Creator. And as we all know, maps are fantastic at telling compelling stories to drive action. Now, the shortlist for this category includes East Suffolk Council, Jersey Electricity, and the London Borough of Hounslow. So let's take a look at these submissions in a little more detail. East Suffolk Council have created a planning delivery story map which combines complex and disparate data sets to really drive stakeholder engagement, including the general public. They are using this story map to answer key questions such as where have homes been built and where are new homes planned to go, so that they can really evidence whether their local plan is meeting its objectives. Next, we have Jersey Electricity, who are really pushing the boundaries of ArcGIS in order to help them with their net zero carbon reduction schemes. Jersey Electricity have completed a digital transformation and have created a live data platform that is helping them with their future energy scenarios, network expansion plans, but also really helping during natural disasters and extreme weather events for a full digital twin. Finally, the London Borough of Hounslow, who are using mapping to better understand the rising challenge around urban heat, which is significantly impacting vulnerable groups such as the elderly and the very young. They're using this mapping to understand key risk indicators and then driving action as a result.
And so, the winner of the Map Creator category is Jersey Electricity.
Great.
The only way to describe it, I was devastated, very upsetting and very sad. The tornado ripped right through. It obliterated our overhead line network. There were 7 poles that were either snapped or one was completely sucked out of the ground. When you first got up there, you didn't even know where to start with how to make this good.
Jersey Electricity is the sole supplier of electricity. We serve 55,000 islanders and we are around 400 employees.
We're responsible for ensuring safe, secure and affordable supplies of electricity to the island. And we do that by developing robust infrastructure.
So having for 70 years our experts draftsman drawing all the maps on a piece of paper was with lots of challenges, like the accuracy, the time consuming and the need of expertise that we sometimes lack, especially in an island like Jersey.
Thinking back to our old way of working, it was very archaic now. Out on site, you'd be heavily relying on your printouts, be getting job packs. It wasn't a very efficient way of working.
Bringing in ArcGIS had a crucial impact on the mapping quality and the accessibility of the data.
All of our cables, substations, overhead power lines, 1,200 different sites, every single piece of asset that the company owns is on that software.
All our engineers and staff have access to the map via their phone, tablets.
Having that at your fingertips is just completely different, life-changing to be honest.
ArcGIS was really pivotal to our response in terms of Storm Ciarán. It helped us get customers back on in a more managed and effective way than it would have otherwise been possible. More broadly, we're using it to help understand the impact of climate change, and in particular flooding has not only enabled us to understand what the demand is on the network today, but also to model different scenarios and the impact of different levels of electric heating on the network so that we can plan for the future and make sure that the infrastructure is fit for purpose, ahead of when it's needed.
So there's no utility without a map. Having all these complex infrastructure assets in one map is the heartbeat of the company, and it's pivotal and instrumental not only for us but for our customers.
It's filled in that missing piece of the puzzle for sure. Having this functionality out in the field has been a massive benefit to all of us.
What's really powerful for an organisation like ourselves is the fact that we've been able to create this digital twin of the low voltage network. Historically that was impossible, and a lot of organisations in the UK would love to have the capability that we've got today. And ArcGIS has been an important part of being able to do that, and that's something that we're really proud of, and that's going to save us a lot of money in the future.
Gosh, I don't know about you, Craig, but that video really puts the severity of storms on our infrastructure in perspective.
It certainly does, and unfortunately, extreme weather events are going to become more severe, more frequent, and likely to impact many organisations in the room today. So there's real scope to learn from what Jersey Electric have done in a very, very short space of time.
Agreed. All right, let's now move on to our second category, analytical insights. Another strong category with lots of inspiring stories, all showcasing how GIS can be used to unravel those complex patterns. And so the shortlist is the West Midlands Police, engineering and construction firm, WSP, and Natural England. Let's take a look at the shortlist in more detail. So first up, we have the West Midlands Police, who have been analysing crime data to improve the operations of their neighbourhood teams. They've been able to identify crime hotspots for serious offences, and then they've been able to resource and direct their teams accordingly. This data-driven approach has tailored the police patrols and enhanced crime reduction. Next up is WSP, who have been working in collaboration with the National Grid on a Lincolnshire-based project called the Great Grid Upgrade. They've been looking to integrate renewable energy sources in order to help them meet their net zero targets. And through the use of advanced analytics in ArcGIS, they've been able to plan out the transmission lines in the least disruptive way. And finally, Natural England. Now, thousands of Atlantic grey seals give birth to their pups on Horsey Beach in Norfolk every year. Natural England have been using GeoAI to detect and count the seals from drone imagery, being able to distinguish between the older seals and the seal pups. This approach has sped up the population estimation, improved the accuracy of the data, and enhanced the overall conservation efforts. And it's really important that Natural England do this kind of monitoring because it's estimated around 40% of this seal's population inhabits UK shores.
3 amazing stories there, but there can only be one winner. We were truly inspired by the innovative use of GeoAI. So the winner of the Analytical Insights category is Natural England.
Scientists confirm biodiversity crisis and climate change are fundamentally interconnected.
The UK government has just announced a world-leading target to halt the decline of nature by 2030.
The UK commits to protecting at least 30% of its land and sea.
It's really important for Natural England to be monitoring the seal populations.
With seals, we want to know where they are on the beach and how many there are.
Normally, the methods that are used are ground counts or aerial surveys. There can be concerned with safety or disturbance, especially in inaccessible areas.
So when you're out on the ground trying to manually count the seals, it's really difficult to get an accurate count. The vantage point from the dunes means that you can't actually see all of the seals because they may be hidden.
If a seal is disturbed, then the mum can sometimes abandon the pup. That could mean that the pup, unfortunately, doesn't survive.
There's a whole range of remote sensing sources that we could use. So we've got satellite imagery, aerial imagery, and we've got our drone imagery. And we've chosen the drone imagery because it gives us these really high resolution shots of the beach.
The seals don't take any notice of the drone. They barely even know it's there. We fly at an altitude of 110 meters. And from this, we get 10 different images along the coastline. We use 2 of these images to train the model, and it takes roughly 5 hours to train the model. We then feed the remaining 8 images, and it takes 30 minutes per image to train.
ArcGIS Pro gives us a really good platform that allows us to do all of our geospatial analysis in one place, and also simplifies quite a complex pipeline with using AI. So we can do that without using any coding. We can do it with just clicking through buttons and everything's there, which makes it really accessible for analysts like myself to use.
I was really pleased with the model outputs. The model counted 8,500 seals in comparison to the 6,200 that the ground counters counted. This was roughly a 25% increase in the number of seals counted, and this really shows the usefulness of these tools in improving the accuracy of the counts. Traditionally, there are 10 volunteers out on the ground doing a survey throughout the whole day, so it would be roughly 80 hours that they were putting into this compared to the model, which is 3.
The applications for this technology are pretty endless, especially for different sites and different species. You know, I think it could be a really useful tool for inaccessible, hard to access areas.
And these techniques could be used for other types of wildlife monitoring, and it ensures we monitor the wildlife in a really ethical way.
The ArcGIS platform is really helping us to gain insights over large scales, which will help us towards our goals of thriving nature for people and planet.
Wow, what an amazing story.
It certainly is, and as someone that's been lucky to go to Horsey Beach in Norfolk and see the seals firsthand, for any nature lovers in the audience, I really would recommend it.
Okay, so now we move on to our final category, collaborative working. And as we all know, location is often the unifying link that can join disparate data sets, systems, processes, departments, and even teams working across organisations that have a need to collaborate. So the shortlist entries for the collaborative working include Oxfordshire County Council, Skanska UK, and the South Woodford Society. So let's take a look at these in a little more detail. Oxfordshire County Council's waste recycling team wanted to increase the uptake of food waste recycling, and they collaborated with their GIS team to survey over 9,000 properties. ArcGIS enabled them to deliver a really efficient and effective project, and at the moment, it looks like food waste recycling is on the up. Next, we have Skanska UK, who have delivered a real cutting-edge tool that integrates with their planning software. It replaces the use of traditional Gantt charts and is helping teams to collaborate with non-technical staff. GeoPlan, as the application is known, is a real time saver and is helping Skanska UK to deliver projects far more effectively. And finally, the South Woodford Society. The charity aims to make South Woodford, which is in the northeast area of London, the most livable urban village. They've collaborated with the Esri UK partner Ecospatial to create a neighbourhood forum map. This map is really improving transparency, but also stakeholder engagement across residents and planners.
And so, the winner of the collaborative working category is Skanska UK.
At Skanska UK, we have over 3,000 experts working on complex infrastructure across highways, rail, water and energy. Lots of the projects we deal with are really very complex, and they're complex because lots of different aspects have to come together to make it work. And we've got to put all of these things into our thinking when we're trying to put our projects together. So we work on really, really big projects. There are multiple challenges and constraints that we have to work around. Traditionally, our teams have spent lots of time trying to understand the problem, so sifting through hundreds of pieces of paper to get to the understanding before we build a plan together.
The planner's role is to communicate the programme and the methodology to the construction team. Previously, this was done through Gantt charts and sequencing on PowerPoint.
We spend up to 40 hours producing phasing diagrams to explain to people how we plan to do the work. This process is very laborious and actually very hard to keep up to date.
Skanska GeoPlan is a tool that we've developed to help communicate how the project will be delivered. So understanding the methodology and communicating that to other people within the delivery team. GIS is the communication tool. It helps our teams understand where constraints are and layer them up so you can see the type of constraints that you're interested in, that you need to take cognizance in that area, and you can cut through the stuff that you don't need to see.
Skanska GeoPlan is built on Esri's toolkit using a web map embedded in an experience builder. We host this experience builder on our ArcGIS environment.
Skanska GeoPlan is about knitting the what and when in our program to the where in the GIS environment.
By integrating Esri site scan data with our Skanska GeoPlan solutions enables us to bring the field and the office together.
By planning our works in the GIS environment, it helps us to eliminate risk because all the data is considered in one platform.
This enables us to work more collaboratively because we understand the situation on site and we can build a programme by using this information. The planning team, the GIS team are now working together in a single source of the truth, and they can coordinate and collaborate together with the wider construction team.
We've estimated that Skanska GeoPlan is saving us 15% of our time during a tender.
When we're onboarding new starters to our project teams, we've calculated 7,000 hours of time saved by using Skanska GeoPlan to communicate the methodology to these new starters.
Just imagine the benefits to our business and our customers as we introduce these efficiencies on a national scale. At Skanska UK, our mission is to build a better society, and Skanska GeoPlan really helps us achieve that.
Wow, what a fantastic example of collaboration there by Skanska UK.
Certainly is. Obviously, we work across many sectors in infrastructure, and understanding the level of the pipeline of the amount of work that needs to be done, obviously collaboration is going to be very, very key.
Certainly. All right, so that does conclude our 2025 Customer Success Awards. We really hope that you found those stories as inspiring as we did, and that just maybe it's encouraged you to put in a submission for next year. Let's now give our 3 winners a final round of applause.